Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the week 39A snapshot. Now this is something that's got me extremely excited because as you probably saw at Minecon 2016, all of the features were announced and they look fantastic. We've got new redstone blocks, we've also got a new way to store items in chests and a new structure that is going to be spawning in your Minecraft terrain. This is going to be a thrilling update and I can't wait to take you through it. So let's get things started with some of the minor changes that have been added into the game. The first ones are cursed enchantments. So as you can see right here, we've got Curse of Binding on this helmet, and on this sword we've got Curse of Vanishing. Now if you try and take the helmet off the head, well, it quite frankly just doesn't work. We cannot remove that helmet, that is stuck on us now, and you won't be able to remove it unless you die. Now this is good for map makers who want to force players to wear certain types of armor, because you just can't remove it. It's completely impossible. Now in terms of the Curse of Vanishing, this will actually disappear when you die. There is a slight issue though, and that is if you kill yourself, the whole world gets corrupted, so I wouldn't suggest doing that at this point in time. Now onto something that I am genuinely extremely excited about. The observer block. Now you guys in Minecraft Pocket Edition have had this for a little while. This is essentially a bud block. Now this detects block updates. So if you place a block on this side right here, we get ourselves a very quick redstone output. In fact, it's a 1-tick pulse, which is extremely useful because that means that we can turn them into bud flops. So here we have a sticky piston with a redstone block on its face. We remove the block, we get ourselves a constant output. We place the block, we get ourselves a constant output once again. It's turned off, and that's extremely powerful. I mean, that's a very compact way of making a bud flop. But this is where things get interesting. We can actually move the observer block, and by the look of things, it gives a constant redstone output when on the end of a sticky piston, which means that we can create things like this. This is a vertically pushable, directional redstone power source. Now that's very powerful. That's very powerful indeed. The number of redstone creations that this has enabled is through the roof, and my brain is going crazy just thinking about it, and I cannot wait to get into my redstone testing world because, well, the doors, the piston extenders that are going to be created using this thing, it's just going to get silly. They have now added so-called escape portals in the end because originally the end islands, they were pretty great, but it was very difficult to get back home. I mean, you had to either relocate the portal at the beginning or you just had to put all your items in the ender chest and jump off the edge and die. Now you can actually get back by finding one of these portals into the wilderness, ender pearling into it, and then you will respawn back where you normally would. Now onto the feature that I am most excited about, and that is the Shulker box. This guy right here is a Shulker. When you kill him, you will be given these things here. Now these are the Shulker shells, and you have to use this crafting recipe, and that will give you a Shulker box. It's like a chest, but when you break this, it will keep all of the items on the inside, which essentially means you've got yourself a backpack. We now have backpacks in Minecraft, which is pretty amazing, but there are more awesome things to do with this, and that is shown right here. Now, I've tried my best to explain all of this. First off, yes, they do work with hoppers. If you place an item inside the Shulker box, it will drop down in that hopper. If you place an item inside this hopper, it will travel through the Shulker box and down into that hopper there. One thing that I will say is though, is that you can't actually open this Shulker box because the hopper is on top of it, but that can actually be solved by placing our Shulker sideways. So as you can see, this Shulker box is sideways. It will open up that way instead of upwards, which is pretty cool, and also it means that we have access to this incredible texture right here now as well, which I personally quite like. Yes, you can take comparator outputs from the Shulker boxes, you cannot stack the Shulker boxes, and as we mentioned during Minecon 2016, you can dispense them, and also you can break them using pistons, and yes, they will keep all of the items on the inside, which means we now have movable storage. Oh my word, the redstone contraptions are incredible with this update. Next up on the update list, we have got ourselves a new villager. This guy is known as the cartographer. He's got a green coat and he allows you to buy treasure maps. There's one slight problem with the snapshot though, and that is the fact that, well, I can't click on the villager. No matter how hard I try, I can click on this guy, I can click on this guy, every single other villager I can click on, but right now I cannot gain access to these maps, which means that unfortunately I can't show you what the exploration maps actually look like. So instead of using a treasure map to find the Woodland mansion, I'm actually going to use the locate command, which has just been introduced into the game, which should really help out. So locate mansion, and there we go. We have managed to get ourselves some coordinates. They are ridiculously far away, so I think I'm going to teleport on that one. So, this is my Woodland mansion. I mean, it looked a lot better in the Minecon 2016 footage, I have to say. It looked really wonderful there. This one perhaps not so hot. I think something has happened here. So maybe I should try this out on a new world to see if we can come up with something better. Now that's a little bit more like it. Look at the size of this thing. It is absolutely ridiculous. Definitely one of the biggest naturally occurring structures, and if we take a look inside, it has got a bunch of really cool furniture and also a bunch of rather scary mobs. We have got the Vex and we have also got the Instigator. Now I am terrified of the pair of them. I'm going to try my best to conquer it in survival mode. Now one thing I will say is this place is very dark and it seems to be filled with a lot of mobs, whether they be illagers or just regular Minecraft mobs, but let's take a look in there. Right, nothing. Alright, okay, so we have got our first one. This guy right here is the Instigator. He carries an axe, and he seems to be quite easy to kill, and they drop emeralds, which is going to be pretty awesome. So there we go. That is definitely a good reason to pop by one of these places. But let's take a look. Right, this guy, once again, we've got the Instigator. Quite a few Instigators seem to be hanging around, and these guys are scary and quite difficult to kill, I have to say. They're like hardcore villagers, right? There we go, we've just about managed to do it. I've got full diamond armor and a diamond sword and a bow. But I really want to find the Vex because having seen the footage, he is the scary one. He is definitely the one to avoid. And I wouldn't want to cross paths with him in survival mode, that's for sure. There he is! Oh boy, okay, so we've got Instigators and wow, okay, there is lots going on right here. We have got the crazy flying things and that attack is absolutely lethal. My words, I don't think I'm going to fare too well with this one. Let's see what we can do here. I mean, I'm terrible at fighting mobs at the best of times, especially these guys. Oh my word, this is a difficult guy to fight. Let's see if we can just brute force him. There we go! And we have managed to get ourselves a Totem of Undying. Now that is one of the new items introduced in Minecraft 1.11, and it is very useful for someone like me who dies a lot. Now this thing pretty much does what it says on the tin. If you get dealt a knockout blow while holding the Totem of Undying, you will not die and you will get a bunch of buffs as well. So let's just jump off the edge right here, and as you can see, there's a crazy animation, lots of things happen, all of our hearts go back up, and we also get a little bit of a booster as well. Oh, and one final thing that I almost forgot to mention, llamas. Llamas have been added into the game. They look pretty cool, as you can see right here. You can kit them out with various different carpets. They travel together in groups and they spit at dogs, which is, well, that's cool. I mean, it's a cool addition to the game. I'm certainly not going to complain, but definitely the other features are what have got me so excited. I cannot wait to play around with the observer blocks and also the shulker blocks, and I can't wait to see if we can turn these things right here into farms. Yes, I would quite like Totem of Undying farms, but unfortunately, ladies and gents, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.